This is Deborah Atkinson, and you're listening to Flipping 50, where I address your top questions and things you struggle with most so you can have more energy and less decision fatigue about what to eat, how to move, and so you can change your thoughts to flip 50 with the life and the energy you love in the second half. And today, and actually the next 10 days, are all about both changing thoughts and lifting you up in terms of energy. We're starting the How to Feel Better Fast for Instant Energy 10-step series, and that's our episode for today. You will remember my guest, Christy Mattoon. We're focusing on taking your energy up with Mind Rewire. Christy is the expert there. And you'll remember from a recent episode that I'm going to link to. She was our guest. She was once 300 pounds, and she is now an energy healer and mentor. And she is here to do that for you. She too is flipping 50. She gets it. She gets you. She gets us. And she's become that healer and mentor here to help us tap into the intangible but powerful subconscious mind. So if you self-sabotage, you have good intentions, you truly want something, you're following science-proven steps, but you're not getting there, yet you're gaining weight, maybe carrying weight, when you've tested and trained and tracked, but you're stuck, or you simply want to pull everything you can into the light of summer to boost your energy and drop your stress level, then tune in here every day for the next 10 days. We're going to give you short, quick takeaways that you can actually implement simply without getting breathless. Releasing this short segment every single day, so check back. Christy has released men and women from the captivity of the tricks of the subconscious mind through her special method and business, Mind Rewire. Her method teaches you how to have authority over your body and mind and how to care for it in a way that nourishes and prolongs a life of health. Today is all about how to gain instant energy. We want to feel better fast. This is your episode. Christy, welcome. I can't wait to get started.
Thank you so much, Deborah. I'm really excited to be here. You know, it's not new news that the health of our country is declining, and more people are struggling now more so than ever with symptoms and disease. The number one biggest thing that I always hear from people is I have no energy. They just don't feel good and their energy has declined. So there's two places that we know this can come from, and y'all talk about it all the time with the physical. And we're always looking at our nutrition to give us better energy, right? If you eat better, you know, you're eating real food, you're eating real vegetables, non-GMO, you get better absorption, the nutrients get into your system faster. We're healing things like leaky gut syndrome and inflammation, chronic problems like that. But the other place that we can go to that we can look is our mentality, our thoughts. How do I feel? Right? Good, bad, stuck, sluggish, drained. These kind of emotions and this kind of feeling inside your system can also either take energy or give you energy. So while these two different areas are totally inseparable, they come together as a package, we're going to take a look at the mental. Your thoughts drive your emotions. And if you're in control of your emotions, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel better throughout your day. If you're not in control, if you're out of control, whatever it is you're thinking about is going to create chemicals in your body that's going to either give you more energy or take energy away from you. And the chemical makeup that we're talking about on one end is cortisol and adrenaline, and the chemicals and hormones that make up your fight and flight system that come out of your amygdala. On the other side, we're talking oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, and chemicals that can actually lift you up and make you feel better and give you the sense and feeling of more energy. So feeling better and wanting more energy, wanting instant energy is as easy as changing your thoughts. But people really struggle with this idea. They struggle with the ability to control it and be able to do it. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips and different ideas that you can use right now and start implementing. And the first one is one that you hear about it all the time. You've heard about this, is get aware. But how do you do it? How do you get aware of the feelings and the thoughts you're having inside your system? Because life happens fast, and it's happening faster and faster, and things just tend to get by us. So you have to think about what you want to work on. What is it that you're seeing in your life that you're needing help with? What is it that you're actively trying to change? And then I want you to sit and I want you to think about, what thoughts are you thinking in regards to that thing? What thoughts do you have about it? What are you telling yourself? Or what are other people telling you? And then I want you to sit and just stop for a few minutes and think about, what do you want to change about that specifically? Because when you become aware of it and you start paying attention to it, it's actually the feeling driver. It's that feeling underneath it all that's going to be able to change it the fastest. So that's the part that we really want to find and hold on to, is the feeling. One of the best ways you can do this is journal. And I know everybody gets really sick about, people telling you to journal. Nobody has time. Nobody wants to do it. But here's what happens when you write it down. When you write these things out, it's going to help you connect with whatever's going on. It's going to connect it to your feelings and emotions to it. So think about it from the nutrition aspect, from a nutrition end. Journaling your food, right? You have all these symptoms and things going on, and you start a diet, you write down what you're eating, and then you take stuff out of your diet, and you become aware how you're feeling, what's different, what you're noticing. And then you go and put that food item back into your diet, and what do you notice? You start noticing really quickly what it makes you feel like. And that feeling is a chemical signal inside your body. It works the same way with emotions and issues, right? The more we become aware of the feeling that we're having to those emotions and issues, the more we can gain control of it and start to master our feelings, right? The next part of this is to make a decision. Make a clear decision to either keep doing what you're doing or to do something different. And it's not in the doing, it's not the physical thing that you might be doing, but it's actually in the feeling. I'm going to walk you through how you can do that. So if you want to feel different, here's 2 really fast energy fixes for you. The first thing you're going to do is a self-check, kind of like a body scan. Start at the top of your head and just notice what you're feeling inside of your body. And just feel it. What is it that you're feeling? When you feel that thing, I want you to think a different thought. Think of something that makes you feel really good inside. Maybe go to a beach inside your mind. Maybe go stand on top of a mountain. Something that makes you feel big and expansive. And just notice how that feels inside your body. And then I want you to really hold on to that thing. I call this your like. What is that thing that you like that makes you feel better in an instant? All right, from there, what you're going to do is I want you to pick a superhero and change your state of physical being, change your state of posture. Stand like that superhero, right? So for me, it's always Wonder Woman. Kind of get a visual on Wonder Woman and stand like her. Your feet are apart, knees slightly bent, my shoulders are back, chest is out, my head is forward. Put yourself into that powerful stance. That by itself is going to give you some really good chemicals in your body. But now on top of that, we're going to add that feeling of that thing that you liked. So you're going to stand like your superhero and then feel that good feeling from that thing that you liked. Now do your body scan. Now do your self-check. How do you feel? What are you noticing different? If you're not feeling it or you're not sure, go back to your old state. Go back to your old stance. Go back to what you normally think about before you put yourself into this state of thinking of something that you like and standing like your superhero. So what you just now did was give yourself a shot of instant oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, some powerful chemicals inside your system that instantly will make you feel better. The question is, can you hold on to that state? Can you keep that in your system? I tell people to find that feeling, get into their superhero suit, open their eyes really wide, and then go walk around. Right? We can do it all day long with our eyes closed, but if you open your eyes and try and move with that feeling, you're going to start training it into your system. So become aware of what it is you want. Feel it inside your system. Get excited for it. Find that feeling of like, and then stand like your superhero. Open your eyes and walk around with that inside you. Everything around you is going to start to change. Your perception will start to change, and you'll bring your energy level up another notch. So once you feel better in that pose, you're going to apply this to yourself every day. You'll change your chemicals. You're going to feel better. You'll actually live longer, and you'll love your life.
Love it. Love it. Thanks so much, Christy. So for those of you who do yoga, very much what I saw and felt when you were talking, Christy, is the warrior poses, the chest, the arms up. And part of the reason people feel so good afterward is, not that they physically exerted a ton, but much of that related to posture. So if you do, you can connect to that right away. If you don't, it's simply imagining what is the posture of that super person. Love it. All right. We'll be back tomorrow with part 2, where we're going to learn to retrain your brain for energy with Christy. So if you have a comment, leave it below. If you have an instant superpower, super person that you're tapping into, tell us who it is, share it below.
Yes.
And we'll be here at flipping50.com/podcast #1 of Summer Energy Series. And we will see you tomorrow. Share this series with a friend who's on the same journey as you. And we will flip 50 together again with you tomorrow.